The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here. And today's starting pitcher, number 43. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Left field. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox.
Number 30.
This team can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with the bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for errors. So instead of pitchers squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Reaches but can't haul it in.
No, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow.
39.
Really not a pitch you want to swing at if you don't have to, because it's almost impossible to hit anything that far inside with any type of authority. That one tied him up, but still able to guide it into the outfield somehow.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Brings it in, and that'll do it. And the Red Sox lead one. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. And getting to start, number 77. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport singing.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And now for the Jays, Chad Quick. That one outside. That's ball 2. That one missing inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Swing and a miss. And now 3-2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 1 out. Base is empty. Quick. Checks his swing. Appeal to third. Nope, he held back.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that ball.
So digging in, Scott McLean. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's the ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game 1, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Hard on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
2 outs. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. And the runner holds.
You don't want to run yourself out of an inning, so it's got to clearly get far enough away from the catcher. If you're the runner at third, think about scoring.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's the Toronto catcher.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
At the belt and fires. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Now snap throw to first. And he's back in easily. Fouls it off, still 1-2. 1 run across in the frame so far here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That one almost got him. Two now. Out to short. Slings to first. That's the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. So stepping in for Boston, number 35. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Up and in, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And now here's the veteran DH. That one missed. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
28.
One gone, runner at first. And now the center fielder, Jalen Burke. This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Swung on, belted. Back there. And that one is out of here. It's his 8th home run of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 2-1.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So 1 out, nobody on. Stepping in, A.J. Miller. 1 down, base is empty. That misses the zone, and the count is 3-1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
That smash towards center. Pulls it in on the run. 2 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. It had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Newman with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the second. Pitch misses. The count now 2-2. Way high. In the air, left field. Melton makes the play, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Bottom of the second.
Leading
And now for the
off
Jays, number 1.
Left fielder, number 1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The 2-1. Tap foul at the plate. And foul ball. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Got him looking for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was
Second
taking it,
baseman.
thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And now here is Brandon Nelson. That one deep left field, and forget it. His 4th home run of the season. It's 2-2.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Bowen digs in now. That one ripped. And it stays fair.
Love how he let that ball travel,
Batting
trusted his hands.
third
Nice job of
baseman,
going the other way.
Will Wagner.